Welcome to Aesthetics by Swanson, where everything is aesthetic. This is episode 7, Why Eating Clean Doesn't Matter. Please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, turn on push notifications. Give us a rating on this podcast because it's going to be on Spotify and all other platforms. And if you're looking for coaching, programs in the bio, coaching in the bio, click that Beacons link. Without further ado, let's jump right into this. This is episode 7, Why Eating Clean Doesn't Matter. Doesn't matter. I'm going straight to the source in this episode. Straight to the source. As a trainer, as a coach, aesthetics coach, people come up to me in the gym all the time. I eat clean, but I gain weight. I'm eating in a surplus, but this and that. I eat clean, but I'm not losing weight. That's a very common one. I know a lot of trainers out there hear that. Okay? We hear all these different common things from people, and now in this episode, I'm going to tackle the source of why eating clean doesn't matter. It's not the eating clean. It's not that. And let me give the definition of what a lot of people mean when they say eating clean. They're talking about, okay, I eat fruits and vegetables and I cut out the processed food and the bread, like I talked about in the previous podcast about, restricting their favorite foods and why that doesn't matter. Oh, I'm eating fruits and vegetables and I took out the cookies and the pies and the snack cakes and the zebra cakes and the chocolate peanut butter, all this. And I took those out and I'm not getting results. Okay. But what a lot of people are not telling you when I get this and when other trainers get this, and I've had this conversation with other trainers, this is why I'm doing a podcast on it. What they're not telling you is that birthday party, daddy's birthday party on the weekend. So they'll go 7, 8, maybe even 2 weeks or whatever have you. Maybe they see a little progress. They're eating the fruits, the vegetables, whatever. They've downloaded what eating clean looks like. And then they'll go to the birthday party or the Super Bowl party. They'll tear up the Tostitos chips, the dips, and they'll weigh they'll get on the scale the next day, they'll get discouraged, and they'll go through the cycle. Oh, well, I'm going to introduce the cookies and pies and the snack cakes because eating clean didn't work. No. Nope. Here we go. Johnny's going to the source today. He's going straight to the source. Tell him, John. Tell him why eating clean doesn't matter. Tell him, Johnny. Just do it, Johnny. Do it right now, Johnny. You don't know your maintenance calories. Back up, Johnny. One more. You don't have a goal. You don't know your goal. Even if your goal is just to I don't want to be bulky. I don't want to go into a surplus and look like the abomination. Didn't say that. You don't have a goal. Even if your goal is just to maintain, that's still a goal. Once you have the goal, you have to start where the maintenance calories are, because the maintenance calories are the balance. It's the in-between of the surplus and the deficit. If you don't know that number, and everybody has that number, every car takes in a certain amount of fuel, mileage, gas mileage, in the city miles, driving on the highway miles, everybody's body is different. If you don't know your maintenance calories, your body settings, and you don't have the goal, you can eat past maintenance and watermelon and you'll still gain body fat. Woo! Run it back, Johnny. Run it back. You can eat past maintenance and fruits and vegetables, but you'll still gain body fat. So gaining body fat is not synonymous with the cookies and pies. It's synonymous with eating past maintenance or a surplus. That's what your issue is. That's what your problem is. God, I love going to the source because I get to just snipe past the Instagram, the TikTok, and the social media bullshit. See, now I got to put this episode as explicit because I just cursed, but fuck it. For real. I just sniped it. Boom, right there. Your issue is not the eating clean. Because if we're gaining if what's needed to gain body fat is a surplus and also muscle mass, if you want to make gains faster, and a calorie surplus if you're in the off season, or if you just want to go into a surplus and gain weight, you're going to gain some body fat. It comes with the territory. So that's what it is. And the same thing goes for the other polar opposite, which is a deficit. If you want to lose body fat, then you just get 1 gram per pound. You got to still know your maintenance level of calories. And then you have to know your energy expenditures and your steps and all this stuff. This is why I said that you have to know your goal. This is why I wrote the manuals. And this is why I just dropped the manual yesterday on the female's guide to developing a sexy physique. Because I've heard that I see you're frustrated. Ladies, I see you're frustrated. I know you're frustrated. That's why you're coming up to me in the gym. I know you're frustrated, so I made the manuals so that you would not be frustrated anymore. I've been frustrated. You don't have to be frustrated. Eating clean doesn't matter. You going past maintenance and not being conscious that you're doing that is the issue. You have to know your goal. That's number one. If your goal is to maintain, that's fine. If your goal is to pull some body fat down, go be in a deficit, get ready for summer, you still got to know the maintenance so you can deduct the calories. If you want to lose a pound a week, that's negative 500. And on top of that, you got to equate your energy expenditure. It's not this hard thing that people make it out to be. It's not. Gaining weight isn't hard. Building muscle isn't hard. Maintaining being ripped isn't hard. Getting shredded isn't hard. If you tell yourself it's hard, it will be hard. But if you say, no, this is easy, I can do this, and you get the Peach program, you get the Greek God program, you listen, and you go within yourself, then it will be simple. It'll be easy. You're like, oh, this is so easy. Oh, I just got to track my calories, get 1 gram per pound, train with intensity, and don't ego lift and slow down and squeeze at the peak of the contraction. Oh, this booty gonna be popping. This booty gonna be ready for Miami. This body's gonna be ready for summer. You have to know your goal. Most people don't know their maintenance calories. That's the issue. And this is what I recommend. And I talk about this in the manual that just dropped yesterday, The Female's Guide to Developing a Sexy Physique. And it's that having a healthy balance. Here at Aesthetics by Swanson, we believe in a healthy balance. So when we look at the food, again, the cookies and the pies and the processed food is not why you're gaining weight. It's eating past maintenance. So we can still have those things. You just have to track it. See what I'm saying? Huge shout out to all the clients. Huge shout out to Ebony, all of y'all. One of the very first things I tell people whenever I take on a new client is that I want you to tear up the carbs. I want you to tear up the cookies, the pies, and the processed food. But have balance. So what does that look like? Have your chicken, have your steak, have your rice, have your broccoli. But if you want to have a Snickers bar, throw it in there. Just track it in accordance with the calories. Don't be ignorant. Don't be a fool. Just track it. If you want to go out with the family, make a smart decision. It doesn't have to be this grandiose thing where it's so hard. The reason why people make it hard is because they're not conscious about what they're doing, what they're really doing. And that's simply just being accountable with their nutrition. And so this is why we have this back and forth thing. Weight goes up, weight goes down, weight goes up, weight goes down, weight goes up, goes down. Goes back to that goal. I want you to tear up the carbs. I want you to tear up the rice cakes. I want you to tear up the Snickers bar within reason. But I also want you to tear up the chicken breast. I want you to weigh the food. I want you to track your lifts. Because when we have those variables in place, if something goes wrong, or I shouldn't say goes wrong, when we need to make an adjustment, we know what we need to make an adjustment on because we've tracked everything. If you don't track, let me put it like this. This is what I tell all the clients. If you freestyle the diet, you're going to get freestyle results. If you freestyle the training, you're going to get freestyle results. If you freestyle anything in your life, you're going to get freestyle back to you because that's what you put out. That's what you put in. So you're going to get that back. If you don't like where you're at right now, you can change that by changing the concept of self around that particular thing. Eating clean does not matter. But as I always say, I recommend have a balance. Build your meals in accordance with your protein. And if you want to have those sweets, have them. If your doctor's like, I'm not your doctor, but if your doctor's like, hey, maybe pull this back for, if you need to go into a keto diet or a certain Atkins diet or whatever, the diet that suits your needs, that's fine too. Or if you have some type of, issue, that's fine. But maintenance calories is still maintenance calories. A deficit is still a deficit. A surplus is still a deficit. There's only 3. Know that and take control today. Guys, this has been episode 7. Why eating clean doesn't matter. Like, comment, and subscribe. Give the podcast a review. We love you guys. Stay up. And remember, you have the control.